Hello again. This is Anthony, and this is almost immediately following my last IBUYPOWER video. I had that problem with the 8 gigs not reading 12 gigs and of RAM, as I said in the last video. And I called the guys and they walked me through some stuff. Very nice IT guys over there. After testing all the RAM slots and everything, we took out one of the RAM sticks, put in another one, took out another one, put in another one, whatever, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. It turns out it's not the RAM, or it could be the RAM, that's still a mystery, but it's actually the motherboard, so there's a motherboard problem. Okay, so let's review this again. I bought this on the 1st of January. I sent it back one time already. As you can see, I have a pile of boxes over there from them that I've been keeping. And now they find out that when I sent it back to them the first time, they didn't actually check to see if things were working properly. They just threw in a new power supply. They booted up to make sure the power had powered up, and that's all they did to check this system. They send it back to me. I have to troubleshoot this system for going on 10 hours just to find out that there's the actual slots the RAM go in are broken, and they're not reading the RAM properly, and it's causing the computer to crash. So they transfer me to customer service. So I'm like, oh, great. How can you help me? You know what? You can help me, customer service, by giving me my money back. And I will just go to Best Buy and buy a machine, and I will, it won't be as cool, and it won't be as cool to look at, and it won't be as powerful, but, screw it. I'll have a working machine. It's been 6 weeks almost, and I'm done. I'm done playing around. He said, okay, we will refund you your money, but we're not going to pay for shipping, and we can't refund your shipping from the original purchase. So let me go into it. Shipping is $75. So when I bought this computer, I paid $75 for them to ship it to my house. They were going to take the $75 that I paid in shipping out of the refund. So they were only going to refund me for the machine, which seems acceptable. What can you do? All right, I can live with that. It sucks, but I can live with it. Then they said, all right, well, how are you going to get it to us? And I said, well, you guys can send me a FedEx slip. No, we don't pay for shipping on returns. So that means that I would have to ship this back to them, which would cost me another $75, meaning that I paid $150 to send this thing back and forth to California. That's to get my money back. So that's it's $300. That's $150, out of my pocket. And I'm talking to this guy, and I'm like, you got to be crazy. I sent this machine back. You guys told me it was fixed. You sent it back to me. It wasn't fixed. It was actually the same exact problem I was having. And then we find out it's the motherboard. I want my money back, and you guys won't pay for the shipping. You're liable. They're a business, and I understand that they're a business, and they don't want to pay for broken machines. But also, it is a little crappy on the customer side to be out $150 on shipping if you want to return the machine after you sent it back and they didn't fix it. You know what I mean? My case is very simple. I bought this machine. You sent it to me broken. I sent it back and said it was screwed up. I said it was very clear saying, boot the machine. Make sure everything works. They did not do that. They sent it back to me. The machine did not work. It was not reading all the RAM. There was something wrong with the motherboard. It was obviously not booted. It was obviously not stress tested. So they fucked me. Sorry, excuse my language, but they fucked me on this one. So I have no choice. I said, all right, well, I'm still under the 30-day warranty. Let me send it back to you again and fix it. I want new RAM, all 3 sticks of 4 gig RAM. I want brand new RAM because we don't know what RAM is broken. I want a new motherboard. And I said to him, and I want you guys to actually boot this machine, see that all of the RAM is working, is being read, and why don't you guys do a real stress test? Why don't you guys do that for me? There's a free software. I'll tell them exactly what to download. Do a real stress test. Give me 20 minutes of a stress test on the system. Make sure everything runs fine, and then send it back to me. At least give me that much. I've been sitting, I won't see this in another 2 weeks, meaning I won't have a working desktop. If they do fix it, I'll get my working desktop back 2 months after I purchased it. You know, and it could just be one of these problems. You know, shit happens, right? That's what you have to say to yourself. But this is completely and utterly unacceptable. I have to return it, otherwise I'm going to be out $75 more on this system before I even get my refund back. So, yeah, I buy power. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys in the ass.